Hello, welcome to your next 24. I am a tarot reader from Brooklyn, New York, and these readings are kind of an experiment working on daily spread that is really intended to focus on the next 24 hours ahead, how to best use the energies for the collective, and really give you prompts to consider, meditate on, journal about through the day if you so desire. I'm going to try slightly different format today, insofar as I'm going to try to use single words in the initial read, and then we'll come back through and look a little more closely at each card. So let's get started. Page of Pentacles. And pentacles and coins are used interchangeably here. This is in this deck called a coin, in other decks called a pentacle. Wanting to, so a single word would be or phrase. Let's say single phrase. I can't do a single word. Financial focus. Four of Swords. Healing. Seven of Wands. Feeling the need to defend. Empress reversed. Potentially not acting in our own self-interest. King of Wands. Fiery leadership. Four of Coins reversed. Holding on so tightly that it's to our detriment. King of Swords reversed. Abuse of power. Ten of Cups. Home and community. Knight of Swords. Hasty action. And the Queen of Cups reversed. Closed heart. So again, I'm parsing these as I am doing these videos, so there's not a lot of preconceived ideas. I'm shuffling until I get equipment that I know how to use and I'm comfortable with, and where we can see the cards. And I'm handheld, so apologies, but let's go through line by line and talk about kind of the story of each line. So we have the Page of Coins here. I'm actually just noticing in the background that purple kind of mountain. It almost looks like crystals to me. But Page of Coins, we are learning to work with the energy of the earth, the tangible things, the material things in life. Pages are often messengers. So this could be information coming in today around financial matters, wanting to take action that has a focus on the financial or the material aspects of our lives. But this is forward movement on material aspects of our lives. The Four of Swords is really about rest, recuperation, healing. But it's often seen, I often see it as the eye of the storm, the soldier who's taking a quick rest, but his kind of defense is still fairly close at hand. It's like taking a nap with one eye open, essentially. And then the Seven of Wands, we've been seeing this so much. It's really about, again, fire energy, action. Actions that protect our point of view, our assets, things that matter to us. So if you are taking action today in the material aspects of your life, to either improve them, protect them, Seven of Wands, I would ask the question if this is intended to try to correct something which has occurred, to heal something in your life. What in your life in terms of because I think the healing aspect, which is very different than these kind of action cards. This is a card of rest in the middle. So the prompt to me is asking, where are you taking action? And is the energy directed appropriately? Because then there may be a need to continue to rest here. And I say that because we have the Empress reversed in the next line. Now, the Empress is about it's a nurturing energy, a caring energy, again, a very healing energy. And it's a major arcana, which kind of trumps the minor here in the Four of Swords, saying rest, recuperate, even if it's with one eye open, take a moment to heal. This is saying, no, I'm not going to. This energy I'm pushing away. I'm not going to focus on nurturing today. I'm focusing on action, financial action. I'm not focusing on healing. I'm focused on defending. And that's next to our King of Wands here, which is, the King of Fire. Not necessarily a negative energy, really actually quite a dynamic leader, indicates a mastery of those elements of fire, those elements of action. In what ways are you feeling confident? This is really about a card of confidence to me. And what is this tension between feeling confident and the words that come to mind are not acting in your own self-interest. This is a dichotomy right here. And that's next to the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Four of Coins or the Four of Pentacles reversed, Four of Pentacles upright is about holding on to things, holding on to our assets, holding on to the things that matter to us, often too tightly, so tightly. When you have your hands firmly on, let's say, a dog leash, you're walking two dogs and they're strong and they're leading you forward. You have no availability, no free hands to pick an apple from the tree in the orchard that you're walking through. So it's when we hold on to things so tightly that we miss opportunities sometimes for simple pleasures. And when it's reversed, to me, this card is it's actually exacerbated. So it's when we, it moves from maybe protecting our assets, holding on, doing the spreadsheets, making sure our budget's in line, to kind of a hoarding activity. Again, holding on so tightly that it overshadows everything else in our life. The material has become a focus to the detriment. So we have this over-exaggeration of needing to protect assets, material things, acting against our own self-interest, and just moving forward, kind of regardless of how those energies impact us. So is this an energy that you can identify with? If so, what is that moment of pause, that moment of rest where maybe we can correct course? Because I am seeing, what's interesting here is we have the King of Swords, which is, again, a mastery of thought, a mastery of air, a mastery of really the intellectual aspects of ourselves, the science, the police officer, the judge, the attorney. These are the professor, those who have mastered kind of their respective fields, that are very scientists, very intellectual in nature, but it's reversed. So that energy is blocked, but yet we have a lesser court card, the Knight of Swords, upright. So to me, it's saying we are acting before we have full mastery, maybe, of the subject matter. We're acting in haste. The Knight of Swords is about action. It's a beautiful card. the owls are, Owl's wisdom kind of flying around him like, don't do it. And this knight is just charging ahead regardless. So again, I think this is about hasty action today. Based out of the desire to create this utopia, right? We have this desire to create a home, to create emotional security. And I don't know that it's necessarily real. So I would check every motivation you have today. Are you trying to create a community and a life and a familiarity quickly that maybe doesn't have a full understanding of the situation quite yet? Is it acting in your own self-interest? Who are we listening to? And this tension between the Four of Coins, like trying to hold on to maybe the past so tightly that it's not serving us, when really we may need to take a nap, rest, heal a little bit more, so we're not feeling so defensive, so the focus isn't so much on the material. Because right now, the Queen of Cups reversed. The Queen of Cups is actually a psychic in the deck. She's holding this cup. She's water energy. Usually the cup is covered. It's about mysteries, emotional mysteries. It's also a woman with an open heart. And when I read her, it's someone who often loves and loves deeply. Pisces energy. Just clear emotional motives. But when she's reversed like that, that energy is blocked, right? So we're not necessarily acting with a pure heart here. We're not heart-led. We are fire-led today. We are driven by action. And all the other cards that are coming around it are just check your motives. Check your motives on all your actions today. Do you have all the information you need? Knight of Swords versus King of Swords reversed. Is there a rush to create family, happy home? And is that possible when we're not acting in our own interest? Again, I'm parsing these as I'm reading them with you this morning. So I think kind of the focus here today is motivation. What is your motivation? What is it rooted in? Do we have all the information we need to move forward? Is it purely a defensive posture? Is it rooted in a sense of lack, a sense of needing to hold on to things too tightly? Or is it rooted in a sense of healing for the collective? And is it rooted in an open or a closed heart? I hope this was helpful. I really do appreciate those who stop by to start these 24 hours with me. Have a wonderful day. Whenever you start your day, know you are loved, and I will talk soon.